Hi there guys, Josh here from Squid Ink Gaming. Just doing a bit of Kerbal Space Program. I've only just got it. Heard a lot about it actually. Andy was telling me he'd been watching a few videos on it, so I thought I'd give it a go. Had it about 3-4 weeks now. Just been playing around on the career, not the career mode, the sandbox mode, and it is really quite hard. I mean, you can get your rockets up in the air just about sometimes, and you can't even get into orbit. That's the hard bit. That's all maths and crap like that, and I'm really not very good at that. So anyway, right, let's have a look. Let's go. I do have 1 or 2 mods installed onto this, but I won't be using them. I've already started the sandbox. Career. Sorry, I've already started. Yeah, as you can see, I've already started the sandbox. Got a few flights in progress. My career says I've got 2 flights in progress, but that was just me earlier. I think just practicing around and crashing, see what happened. So yeah. Anyway, right. So this is the Space Center. Very flat. I also apologise for my computer. It's only an i3, so it might be a little laggy. But this game does says recommended i3 Windows dual core preferred i3, so it doesn't say any higher, so it should be okay, I think. Right, let's see. So over here we have the astronaut center, so we can select astronauts. So obviously we have lots of courage and lots of stupidity and things like that. So I've got Francis Kerman, Jebediah Kerman, Bob Kerman. Right, these are all my astronauts for hire. Obviously, let's get one which we need for stupidity. He can be the test dummy. Right, have we lost any? Bill Kerman is missing in action, I'm afraid. That's not good. Right, let's go to the Space Center quickly. Right, this is where we're going to be able to check out all of our different probes and things like that. So, anything we've sent into space and other things like that. Oh, what do we have here? Yeah, so I planted a flag at the North Pole, just so to give me a bit of a reference if I'm hurtling around. Not quite very accurate, I know, but anyway. And I did a test earlier and just whacked a load of rockets on it, and it somehow got this far out. So, yeah, anyway, right, let's get out of here. Okay, what we're really concerned about in this first episode is just getting into a stable orbit. Now, that sounds quite easy. Just shoot a rocket up and it goes round and round and round. But it's not. It's really quite hard. Over here we have the spaceplane hangar. We're nowhere near there yet. And over here is the Science and Research Centre. I think it's worth giving this a look. Okay, so this is what I've unlocked so far. Here, if it'll let me, yeah. So these are all the things that I unlocked. And you need to unlock them by getting science points. And you can go different ways with different things. And see there, they're really useful. Launch stability enhancer. Ooh. Anyway, sounds very, very fancy, but it's not really very fancy at all. It just holds your rocket up and stops it from falling over. Right, so here is what we're at the minute. Just received some batteries and science parts. Now, the whole point about this is, as you can see in the top right hand corner, I have science points. Getting science points unlocks new parts and things like that. It allows you to get more rocket parts, so you can go further and further out. Because it takes a lot to do that. So, and to get science points, you have to explore different worlds and different territories and all that sort of stuff. So here we are. Here's Kerbal. Okay, this big green thing, and that sort of looks a bit like Africa. Funny that. Anyway, as you can see, this is Kerbal's moon. Yeah. Kerbal also has another planet around it, Minmus. Okay, you zoom out even further, and that's the orbit we're on. I mean, look how far and many planets we've got to go to and things like that. So, basically the aim of the game is to try and build a rocket to get to all of these planets and back again. Build a fleet, if you see what I mean. And we've got to go to the sun. The sun, yeah. Okay, so, first of all, let's go back here to Kerbal. Right, now you get different science points for landing in different environments on the Earth, as well as you do in space. So, at the minute I have 17. So I've landed in the water, I've landed on the pole, and I've landed on the normal grass, and I've got some for being in space. But my main objective now is to get a good orbit and to get into the moon, because otherwise I'm not getting any more science points. So, should we see what I've got? We have a command pod. This is a essential piece of technology. And as we know, the command pod always sits at the top, so that you can see fuck all when you're getting smashed to pieces by meteors. Anyway, right. Let's see what we've got. So, apparently we don't have that. Yeah. Oh, can't put any fuel on. Oh, clever me. Right. Let's have a look. See what we got. Oh, wait. Why is that not working? I don't know why that's not working. Anyway. Here is our fuel tank. Now, I'm going to put 2 on here. And then put a small engine. Now, the reason you have different engine types is because obviously I may want to use this for landing on the moon, which would be great. Hopefully. Okay, because this one's smaller. It has a smaller thrust ratio. So, obviously, as you can see, if I could show you. See, if I click on it. Oh, no, won't work. But as you can see, it says max thrust 50. Let's get rid of that. Over here, see, max thrust again is 200. And then this one, the max thrust is 215. Also, you've got to look to see if it has thrust vectoring. So that enables you to turn on angles while you're shooting up into space, which is really very useful. Okay, we've got nothing for control. For structural, we have a few things. Not many, but a few. Okay, aerodynamic nose cone, control winglets, utility, we have a few science things, batteries, science, here we go. This is the sort of stuff that we really need to put on. So comms array. Right, I already have a sub-assembly saved from the one I was messing around earlier. Let's see what this does. Okay, so if we add this on here, we have a tip-top rocket. Hopefully. He says. Now, if you're new to Kerbal Space Program, welcome. And also, over here is our staging panel. So, as you can see, these things here are decouplers. I've cheated a little. But, if you go on to structural, so when I press the space bar, when we're shooting up into space, it'll separate that from that, allowing for large amounts of very big thrust, which is very, very useful. So, it makes the rocket lighter also once it's run out of fuel and things like that. So also I'll be able to separate out the boosters from the rest of it. So anyway, let's see what we've actually got on the rocket. I think we could add another fuel tank on there actually. I don't know how stable it's going to be, but we will find out in a moment. I don't have faith in this. That's not what every good engineer says, is it? I think it's gonna work. Right. Let's use... We can't use that one apparently, so... Let's press X to... No, that won't work. Nope. Right, anyway. Let's pop another one down and start again. Ah! There we go. No, bye-bye. Right. If I press X, as you can see, the things turn to a sort of like radiation warning sign. But what it does is it's symmetry. You won't be able to see it until I place it down. But I can't seem to see. There we go. See, there. And now when I place it down, you get 3 of them. which is, incidentally, a good thing. So, you can go there. And there we go. So, that sort of makes it a bit more stable, I would imagine. Right, maybe I should put some control surfaces on. And comms. So, only need one of those, really. Let's pop you on there. Oh no, I'll use a larger comms array. So, I don't know what it actually does. But we will find out. So let's pop you there. Let's pop the mystery goo container. Where do we want to put that? We want to put that there. I think this rocket's going to be too tall by the time I'm finished. Science module, we've unlocked that. That gives us nice science points. So, shall we then add on some landing struts? That might be useful, mightn't it? Let's put 3 of those on. There we go, 3 there. I hope. There we go, yep. And probably should put on a parachute. Right. As I said earlier, I was going to put these on. It just makes the craft a little more stable in flight, which I would assume is a good thing. I don't know why I can't access the MacJub, the KW rocketry things. I'll have a look into that for next episode, but I don't think it should impact a huge amount. Let's play vanilla style, see what happens. Sometimes you have to play around with the struts a little before they actually get working. Right, let's see. Let's make sure we get this right before we ship out to the launch pad. So, 3 rockets at the bottom are firing, the 3 there are firing. That sounds good to me. Then, they will disconnect, and they will disconnect, leaving these here, which should be enough fuel. Parachute needs to be on its own. So, let's move you over here. And I probably need to stick a separator in there, actually. That would be a very good point. So that would enable us to... Let's just put one of those on, just to be sure. Want to use everything, don't we? Might as well. Right, let's pop one of these on. There we go, see? Right, now this could end in a complete and utter disaster. But we will find out. Now we shall go to the launch pad. Right, let's see what happens. If it falls over at launch... Oh, if it doesn't fall over at launch, sorry. We've done very well. Right, let's hope my botch job of a rocket holds together. It looks like it's going to fall apart. Right, let's throttle up, turn on the SAS, which helps us fly, and press spacebar. Here we go, guys. Oh my god, we have liftoff. What the fuck is going on? I built a rocket first time, which worked. Jeez. Right, now the general consensus of advice here is to get to around 10,000 meters and turn to the 45 degree. And so we're going to follow that advice. As you can see, this is my gimbal. Shows me my rotation. If you imagine, like in an aircraft, if you've played any simulator games or been in an aircraft yourself, a cockpit, you will have what you call a horizontal gimbal. So I'll show you if you if you pitch seat left or right horizontally, you'll stay along the white line. But if you move up and down, the ball will start to turn and go orange. So, as you can see, we're going straight up, so it's right at the top. And the line around there represents the Earth, so it's which way we're going from. Yeah. Okay. So solid fuel is burning down. Now, once that's gone, it's gone, and we won't have any hope of getting that back. We have to jettison the thing. So let's just hope we put enough liquid fuel in. But also, once we jettison it, we're only left with this. The 3 rockets I have on here, they're going to guzzle fuel pretty quick. But also, it means that this might not be very stable. And we're only at 4,000 metres. We've still got a long way to go, which is a tad annoying because I don't actually think I'm going to make it. Right. This is not good. Right. As you can see, I'm sort of turning slightly. I couldn't tell you why at the minute. I don't actually know why I'm turning slightly. It's not very good, but it will be rectified sometime. I may actually just have to go back and redesign it. It might be because it's too long, and it's sort of, if it gets a little bit of wind going too far down one side. Oh, what the fuck was that? Gets a little bit of wind going too fast down one side. It's going to tilt it to the left, and I can't compensate because it's so long at the minute, which is a bit annoying. But oh well, we shall find out if I can actually make it at the minute. Small corrections are going to be hard to do. Anyway, let's just go into thingy mode, overview mode. It shows my apoapsis, so where I'm going to be in terms of my orbit. Oh god. Let's go back to staging. There we go. Don't know why that wasn't. Right. Let's separate that out now. Fire those rockets. Oh, what the fuck has just happened? We've had a colossal cock-up, ladies and gentlemen at home. A colossal cock-up. My rocket has separated prematurely. And as you can see, that's not a good thing. It does show that it's actually quite stable, and it is rocketing up pretty quickly. Once you get to sort of about 40,000 feet, sorry, you don't really need to worry about getting there, because if you have enough speed, you will get into orbit. So that's okay. Anyway, I'm going to revert this flight to the launch pad and see what happens, because I shouldn't have done that. I think that was my own fault. I pressed space. Oh. You'll find yourself in this situation quite a lot if you play this game at all. Something goes wrong mid-flight, you think, oh yeah, it's going well, and then boom! Shit goes down. Anyway, the SAS is on. I know why. Because the stack decoupler, it wasn't my fault. I just set the staging wrong. Ha ha ha. Now we're all good to go. Fire! Boom! Right, let's sit back and let's go. Anyway.